If you guys remember my old airplane video, you probably remember it working with an inverted slime that would put a minecart below a fireball, so you could sit in the minecart and hit the fireball and fly around your world. Well, a lot of you probably noticed that inverted slimes were recently removed in the latest snapshots because they were awfully buggy. But recently I saw a video from Asdajuki who was using horses with a very low age, like in the negatives. It's like a negative 200,000 or something like that, and it would make the horse appear really weird because you know, the age affects how big the horse is, and when you put it that low it just makes it turn all weird. But yeah, I figured out that you can use these horses to kind of act like inverted slimes. So what I've done is I've actually recreated the concept with a horse in the middle, and the horse has a negative age of negative 150,000, I think. And what that'll do is just put the minecart below the fireball the way it did with the inverted slimes. So this is the command. It's pretty much the same thing as before, except we just have a single horse in the middle with an age of negative 150,000. You also have to make sure that it is a tame horse, because if it's not, then it'll eject the minecart or something like that, and it'll ruin the whole stack of entities. And also, the minecart is invulnerable now, which I don't know if it was before or not, but it's kind of important to this design. So basically, you can kind of hear it there. This is made of a horse, and the real way that this would stack is there's a fireball, then a horse, and then a minecart on top of that. But since the horse has the negative age, it puts the minecart below. And it's not just visual or anything, it's actually below, so you can hit the fireball kind of like you could before. I mean, it works the same way, but in addition to this fix for the airplanes, with the new commands you can do a few more things that you couldn't do before. Like, you can see when I crash like this, I get ejected from the minecart and it goes away, when before you would just fall through the world. So to stop you from falling out of the world like you would before, I basically just have a clock running which tests, well, actually executes a test4 command at your current location, which tests if you have a fireball within a radius of 5. So that's basically just if you are in the airplane. So if I'm in here like that, this torch will turn off, and then once the fireball explodes and it can't find it near you anymore, it will kill the minecart and it will teleport you upwards. So I'll show you right now. When you go, well, that's not very good. So let me get in. So yeah, once you crash, okay, you saw there I was in the ground before the fireball actually exploded. So what that teleport command does is just teleports you out of the ground, because like it ejects you from the minecart when you're like all the way down into the ground already, and then it just teleports you up so you don't suffocate. So yeah, that fixes one of the more annoying problems that I had before with the airplane. So for the landing of the airplanes, this was actually suggested to me by a comment on my last airplanes video, and they reminded me that if you unload a chunk that has a fireball in it that is moving, when you reload the chunk it will just kind of slow down and stop. So that is what creates this effect. So once you fly through this tripwire, it will push down this. It doesn't really matter how you do this, it's just as long as you activate one of these, it will just set a block to somewhere in the spawn chunks, which is recommended so that you can get teleported back correctly. And I'll go show you that now, but the reason that I put 5 of these is just because if you didn't want this tripwire, you could instead just put pressure plates like this. The reason I use tripwire is because it's a lot easier to land on, but with these pressure plates you have to like land the plane a lot more professionally, I guess. It's a lot harder to do, but with the tripwire it's pretty simple. So yeah, that's pretty much how that works. I'll go show you the part in the spawn chunks. So those, once you go through there, you activate the tripwire, which activates the set block command, which sets a redstone block right here. And what that will do is just teleport you 10,000 blocks away, and then after a few seconds, well not a few seconds, but yeah, it'll teleport you back and it will set this block back to air. And that pretty much just unloads the chunks for a little bit, and it ejects you from the minecart as well. And that's what makes the airplane land. Also, since this design uses a horse instead of a slime, this will actually work on peaceful, unlike the other design. So right now, the only flaw that I see with this design is that the horse makes some weird sounds, which it's not really a big deal, but kind of ruins the effect, I guess. But yeah, you can kind of hear the horse making sounds when you fly through stuff, and I guess eventually you could kill the horse, but yeah, it's not that big of a deal. And other than that, I think this works a lot better than the old one, I think, especially with the new commands and everything. But yeah, I think that's just about everything that I needed to show in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoy this, and hopefully you can make use of it and have some fun flying around in your world. I don't really know, but I just wanted to share this with you guys, so thanks for watching.